Hi everyone. So if you have clicked on this video, I know exactly what's on your mind. You are either preparing for UGC NET or you have just started thinking about it. Or maybe you have cleared NET once and now you're dreaming of that JRF, right? So in this video, I'm going to share my full journey, how I prepared for NET, what mistakes I made, how I actually cleared for NET for PhD admissions this time, despite not being fully ready, and most importantly, how I'm preparing differently now for the upcoming December exam while working a full-time job. I will also share the books, resources, and YouTube channels that genuinely helped me, including some free materials that I think every aspirant should know about. So, stick around till the end because my story is probably a lot like yours, and if I can manage this with my schedule, so can you. Now, for those who you don't know me, I am Nandana. I completed my post-graduation in English literature from Central University of Punjab just this June, and right now I'm working as a content strategist and team head at eCraft Info Solutions. So yes, I've got a full-time corporate job, but alongside that, my big academic dream is to crack JRF and move it to PhD. So let me be very honest here. I did not prepare enough for my NET at first attempt. My plan was perfect on paper. I told myself I'd finished first one unit in 2 days, revise daily, and solve question papers every weekend. But in reality, they didn't happen. I would sit down with big plans, but then classes, assignments, dissertation, or just plain exhaustion would derail me. Some days I was motivated, some days not at all. I naturally gravitated towards the topics like British literature, post colonial, a little bit of criticism, but I completely neglected other papers like paper 1 and literary theory. So I'll never forget the night before the exam. I was staring at a pile of notes on literary theory, completely blank. And I thought, why didn't I start this earlier? That moment really stuck with me. But here's the twist. Even with this messy preparation, I cleared NET for PhD that time. And when I saw the result, I had two emotions. Happiness, obviously, but also clarity. Because I knew if I want JRF, this won't be enough.
Friends, if you are looking for more PYQs on this topic, you can refer to the Unit 10 questions in my UGC NET Paper 1 book that provides you with 6500 plus solved unit-wise questions with detailed solutions and hints. But hey, what if you are looking for online mock tests that can help you practice questions in online exam format? If that's what you are looking for, you can join our newly updated online mock test series with a wide range of full-length tests available on the Arpita Karwa learning app. These tests perfectly replicate the UGC NET exam interface, providing you with a real-life exam experience. Plus, after each test, you'll receive a detailed performance report and see where you stand in the All India leaderboard.
So, after June, my life entirely changed. I started my full time job, and that meant my whole routine had to change too. In the beginning, I honestly thought, how on earth will I manage work? But now I realize something very important. When you have less time, you actually become sharper. You value every hour. So now, my strategy revolves around three different big things. So the first one is managing my study hours smartly. The second is choosing resources carefully. And the third one is sticking to revision and practice. Revision and practice is the most important thing when you're focusing on the NET exam. So, let me break that down for you. On weekdays, I don't have unlimited time, so I work with fixed slots. Usually, I wake up around 6 a.m. and my first hour of the day is always the hardest stuff. Literary theory, criticism, or paper one concept. Because mornings are when my brain is the freshest. During lunch breaks at work, I sneak in 15 to 20 minutes of light revision, like flipping through short notes or solving 5 to 10 PYQ questions and all. So evenings after my work, I give another 2 hours, but I always keep it lighter, like practicing MCQs, revising what I did in the morning, or watching a short lecture like that. So then comes the weekends. Like weekends are very different. That's when I go heavy. Like I usually study 6 to 7 hours during my weekend. I take a full mock test, then spend some time analyzing my mistakes, and then I do deeper revisions. So on an average, I study 3 to 4 hours on weekdays and 6 to 7 on weekends. I think it's not about crazy 10-hour stretches. It's about the consistency and focus that we maintain always.
Friends, you'll be glad to know that my UGC NET Paper 1 book has been praised for its innovative teaching style by the legendary Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Further, if you're looking for video lectures that can explain the plot of important works of Paper 2 English, then consider enrolling in my online course for UGC NET English. I'm proud to launch India's first animated video course where I've explained over 500 important plays, novels, and poems in an engaging way. For more details, check out the description box.
So, now I'll talk about the resources, the books, PYQs, and YouTube channels which I refer and I'm still referring. So, this is the area where I made the biggest mistake last time. I used to collect way too many books and materials, and I ended up overwhelmed always. So, now I'm just keeping it very simple. For paper 2, I mostly stick to my PG notes, like the notes that I prepared during the first time while I'm preparing for NET, and some standard references. So I go unit by unit instead of rushing, and also I try to keep read everything very deep. So for paper 1, I realized it's all about practices. So PYQs are my lifeline now. So you can refer to PYQs in the Arpita Karwa have this free website where they have this free collection of PDFs of previous year question papers. Also, I have taken the previous year question papers printouts like this, and I'm using this right now. And let me tell you something really useful here. You don't even have to spend a lot time for them. Like you can refer the free websites of like Arpita Karwa, and that's something I relied on earlier because solving those really shows us the pattern of the exam, and we can identify some tips and tricks and which portions the exam questions are coming frequently and like that stuff. So talking about YouTube, I'll be honest, in my early prep, I spent hours watching random lectures, but this time I'm more selective. There are a few educators whose style I connect with, and among them, I found Arpita Karwa's videos super helpful, especially her explanations of complex literary theories and all. And it's not about following one person blindly, but choose the ones that actually save you time and energy. So, yes, between my own notes, PYQs, and these resources, I feel much more grounded now. Then, talking about the revision strategy, if there is one thing I regret from my first attempts, it's this revision strategy. I didn't revise enough that time. So, I would read something once and then I forget it 2 weeks later. So, that efforts become completely wasted. Now, I found a solution for this, and the solution is I follow a 3-step cycle. The first is read, just read. The second is read and make short notes. Then the third is read and onwards and only revise from the notes that you have prepared in the second round. So, on Sundays these days, I give myself mini tests. For example, is that week I studied romantic poetry and ICT. I'll quiz myself without looking at the notes and all. And this shows me what actually stuck in my mind and head, and what all things I forgot. So, uh, that talking about staying motivated, honestly, there are so many bad days in our life. Days when I come home exhausted and don't feel like study. Earlier, I used to give up on such days, being watching Netflix and all, but now I do at least something. Maybe 30 minutes of light revision or watching a short explanation video or some stuff like that. So, the point is not to break the chain. And honestly, what keeps me going is remembering why I'm doing this. JRF isn't just an exam for me. It's a gateway to research, to do PhD, and to build a career I actually like. Actually, within this 2 months of corporate life, I'm done with it. So that reminder helps me push throughout this journey. And small wins helps too. Like when I see myself solving more questions correctly or remembering a theory that used to confuse me, those little moments of progress build confidence in me. So that's my journey so far, from clearing that with little preparation to now preparing more seriously for JRF or working a full-time job. And if I had to sum it up, I'd say keep your routine realistic. Don't drown in 20 resources. Choose a few and revise them deeply. Make PYQs and mocks your best friends. And don't beat yourself up for not being perfect every single day. Just keep showing up every day. And if you are looking for good free resources, definitely try the solved PYQs and notes available online. Personally, I found Arpita Karwa's website and videos very helpful. She simplifies these concepts, and our free material is a real lifesaver when you are on short time. So yes, that's what I'm right now preparing for December JRF, balancing a job and studies and trying to stay consistent. So if you want me to share my exact timetable or show you how I make short notes, let me know in the comments. And of course, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and share it with anyone who's preparing. And all the best for your exam. And remember, your journey doesn't have to be perfect. It just have to be consistent. So see you all in the next video. Thank you.